They say every apartment building has its ghosts, but this one had a lease. In 2009, a woman named Elsie Monroe moved into a small walk-up in eastern Massachusetts. The kind of building that never looked freshly painted. The kind where everyone minds their own business and no one really remembers how long they've lived there. Elsie was in her early 40s, recently divorced, no kids. She worked from home as a proofreader and by all accounts was quiet, polite, but private. She rented apartment 2B. She kept a plant in the window, a light on in the kitchen all night, and never spoke of her past. The only thing Elsie ever really mentioned was the tenant upstairs. "He walks at night," she said one morning to the mail carrier. "Never during the day, only after midnight, and always the same pattern. Step, step, drag." People assumed it was a man with a limp, someone old, someone lonely. But the truth is, there was no apartment above 2B. Elsie lived on the top floor. At first, she thought it was her imagination. Old buildings make noise. Pipes knock. Floors settle. But this was rhythmic, intentional. Every night around 2:13 a.m., she'd hear it. Step, step, drag, step, step, drag, across the ceiling, back and forth. She reported it to the landlord, who simply chuckled. "There's nothing above you but roof beams and insulation, sweetheart." Still, the noises continued. So she placed a glass of water on her dresser to see if it trembled when the sounds came. It did. She left her phone recording overnight. The file would always be corrupted by morning, no matter the app, no matter the format. She even called a roofer to inspect the crawl space. He refused to go up after stepping 2 feet into the hatch. He wouldn't say why, only that he was done with that job. One day, Elsie decided to leave her apartment and stand in the hallway outside her door, just before the footsteps usually began. The air was still, the building silent, the hallway dim, like always. Then, 2:13 a.m. on the dot, she heard it. Not above, not behind, but from the inside. Step, step, drag, coming from her apartment. She backed away slowly, not taking her eyes off her own door. She never re-entered the apartment that night. She slept in the stairwell. The next morning, Elsie packed up and moved out, left everything, furniture, clothes, that plant in the window, gone. The landlord filed an abandonment notice, cleaned out the apartment. Nothing unusual was found, except one detail, a single worn track in the dust along the ceiling beams, exactly above the bed. The apartment was relisted. Several tenants came and went. Most didn't stay long. Some said the ceiling creaked. Others said they saw movement in the corners of mirrors. One man had a seizure in the middle of the night and swore it was because something was breathing above him. But the unit always found new renters, until one day, 10 years later, a college student named Grace moved in. Grace was skeptical of ghost stories. She liked the rent, the quiet, and the fact that the place came pre-furnished. 3 weeks into her lease, she texted her boyfriend at 2:14 a.m. "You didn't say you were stopping by. Are you walking around upstairs?" He wrote back, "I'm at work. Your building doesn't even have a 3rd floor." She replied, "Oh." And then nothing else. He tried calling. She didn't answer. She was found the next morning in her bed, eyes open, skin cold, heart stopped. No signs of trauma. The coroner wrote, "Cardiac arrest, likely caused by extreme fear during sleep." A perfectly healthy 23-year-old girl, no longer alive. The apartment has since been sealed, but sometimes neighbors still hear it. Faint, but familiar. Step, step, drag.
They say beings walk the earth for unfinished business. But what about the ones who live above us, waiting for someone to lie still long enough to slip down and take their place? Always look around you, like and subscribe. See you very soon.